Hey, Dragon Slayers. So today's video is about the big fat lie about fat, part 4. So continuing the key takeaway message that we ended the last video on. With the obesity epidemic in our culture, we need to focus on dietary and lifestyle changes that lead to real improvements in our weight and waistlines. Dr. Ansel Keys must be taken down from his demigod status and recognized for what he was. He was someone who wanted to do great things and help humankind. He was also a man who made a horrendous mistake that then became one of the biggest medical lies of all time. He cherry picked the data he would publish in his flawed study, and evidently, or, and he evidently didn't have the courage to admit that his research findings were flawed and had disproved his original hypothesis. Most other experts at the time accepted his study without the critical thought they were duty bound to apply to it, and they parroted his misleading results to the world. The pharmaceutical industry smelled a few $1 billion to be made and jumped into the research wholeheartedly. We shouldn't be surprised that every research study paid for by Big Pharma has found that more and more people should take cholesterol pills and eat less fat. The company's continued financial success depends on proving this lie. Your brain and nerves are made largely of fat and cholesterol. Without the fat in our cell membranes, life as we know it wouldn't be possible. Neither would the signaling that occurs between the cells that make up our bodies. We've also known this to be a medical fact for decades. So I'm still unclear as to why Dr. Keys suggests in his study that the huge effect it did on doctors had the huge effect that it did on doctors and medical practitioners at that time. Even to this day, for a doctor to suggest that eating fat is anything but bad is shocking to most people, and especially to most other doctors. When Dr. Berry tells patients that eating fat won't make them fat, as he routinely does, the usual expression is one of shock and disbelief. Wait, what did he just say? Never in their lives have they heard that phrase before. It flies in the face of every shred of nutritional advice they've ever received from their doctors, their neighbors, or their parents. Dr. Berry tells them to go home, look in the mirror, and repeat 10 times. Eating fat won't make me fat, but eating sugar and starches will. Usually, that helps them begin to wrap their heads around this new way of thinking. It also allows them to start to think logically about their diet and weight loss. Our ancestors never left behind available fat. It was usually the first thing that they ate. We should copy their behavior and honor our DNA by eating good fats as often as possible. So, that's what I've got for you guys today. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel out. And remember, guys, that together, you and I will slay the dreaded diabetes dragon.